why life is different in Alaska. It's going to be interesting to dive in Alaska a little bit and see what's going on in Alaska to why life is so different. Really excited to get into this. Before we do, like 80% of you guys are not subscribed to the channel. If you're one of the 80%, I appreciate if you guys can hit that subscribe button. Let's just straight into this and check out Alaska.
This is Alaska. And with a whopping 665,400 square miles, it's the largest state in all of North America. In fact, if you were to take the massively sized state of Alaska and place it here on top of the 48 lower U.S. states, it stretches all the way out from the East Coast to California.
Wait, how?
But Alaska isn't just this gigantic landmass, more geographically similar to Canadian...
Oh, what do you mean if you stretch it out, it's the same size as the whole...
in provinces than other U.S. states.
Canada and Alaska have subarctic climates, which very cold winters and short...
No. It has one geographically similar to Canadian provinces than other U.S. states.
Right.
No. It has 100,000 glaciers, 34,000 miles of coastline, and more than 3 million lakes. Oh, and Alaska is pretty remote.
Yo, I bet the fish in Alaska are living life, dude. With that many lakes, oh my...
Being completely disconnected from the 48 lower states, often referred to as the continental or contiguous United States. And the state of Alaska has less than 1 million residents, an incomplete highway system, and more natural resources than any place else in the U.S. So while Alaska's unique geography provides it with a deep natural wealth of unthinkable proportions, it also contributes to the state's severe isolation and a lack of city building, amenities, and modern luxuries there. See, Alaska can only...
Yo, for the amount of people that's living in Alaska, wow, they really got some root... Wait, I heard apparently, I don't know if it's in Alaska or if it's like certain place in Alaska, but they pay you to live there? Yo, what?
Be reached through air, boat, or international passage through Canada.
Okay, sure.
And while it's impossible to truly describe the awe-inspiring wonder that is Alaskan nature, the words wild, rugged, and immense often come first to mind. With Alaska being one of the few remaining naturally wild habitats for animals like polar bears, moose, and caribou.
Yo, you don't want to... Yo, isn't it like... Wait, what is it with the bears? Brown lay down, black fight back, white you're dead. Yo, you don't want to come against a white polar bear, bro.
It's also the home of America's first, second, and third tallest mountains, including Denali, the highest mountain peak in all of North America.
Wait, I've heard of Denali.
However, Alaska's significant distance to and separation from the contiguous United States makes life there, well, let's just say complicated.
Interesting.
Or perhaps even outright difficult, especially when compared to life in traditional U.S. states. As I explain why that is, why life on the Alaskan Peninsula can be very harsh even for the 732,000 people that already call it home, I will also be looking at the livability of Alaska's 5 most important cities.
Right. I wonder how good the internet is in Alaska, dude.
Breaking down their unique characteristics and why you should, or perhaps shouldn't, consider relocating to the last frontier. And I really think that nickname, the last frontier, says a lot about what Alaska stands for. As Alaska is largely unsettled, with the few real cities there serving as a last line of modern settlement, a final barrier between Alaskan society and the wilderness that lies beyond.
Yo, are they gonna do anything to like increase population in Alaska? Like build any more like cities and you know what I mean? Like just civilization? Or nah? Yo, if any of you guys do live in Alaska, please let me know in the comments of what it's like.
You're beginning to wonder if you could even survive Alaska's problematic topography, extremely cold winters, and isolation? Well, that would be understandable, as Alaskan winters are difficult, even for lifelong residents, with months of darkness and a polar night that only grows darker as you go further north.
That's beautiful.
And small community living in Alaska can be nearly impossible. Not only for the difficult terrain and extreme temperatures, but with several towns completely lacking access to roadway outlets. And yet, I would argue that Alaska's economics and public safety are considerably more concerning for its residents or anyone looking to move there. I will go more in depth on Alaskan economics and safety as I break down the livability of Alaska's most important cities in just a moment. But a more general overview would be that the state has one of the highest crime rates in all of America, with violent crime being particularly problematic, and Alaska having the nation's 5th highest rate of violent crime.
Yo! Wait, I never heard this. Is Alaska like really rough? Wow. I thought it being so like secluded and stuff, like maybe a lot of people know. They still have a lot of people, but I thought it'd be safer. I don't know why. I thought just lesser people would be safer.
Of living in Alaska is also nearly 30% higher than the national average, with Alaska being one of the most expensive places to live in the United States.
Oh, how
so?
so?
Keep in mind, Alaska doesn't levy a state, sales, or income tax, and median income is very competitive, even with the most prosperous of U.S. states.
Okay.
Let's start with Sitka and Ketchikan, the 4th and 5th most populous Alaskan cities. Of course, Kink, Fairview, and Wasilla both technically have more residents than Sitka or Ketchikan, but they are part of Metro Anchorage, and I wanted to address independent Alaskan cities here. And Sitka, located in southeastern Alaska, is a real city. A very small city with just over 8,000 residents, but a legitimate little city nonetheless. Sitka is also an expensive city, though, with a cost of living that's about 40% higher than the national average.
The cost of living is 40% higher? Why so expensive? Is it because it's so secluded? Bro, if Alaska's that is... Honestly, Alaska, from what I'm seeing, is beautiful, right? So I see why people want to live there. But if it's so expensive, I can see why people don't move there. Wow. Do you reckon, like, people... Well, you guys might know, but I don't. Do people move away from Alaska a lot because of, like, how pricey it is?
Ketchikan is also located in southeastern Alaska, but while it's a bit smaller than Sitka, it's arguably more important.
Okay.
As Ketchikan serves as an essential hub for the state's vast fishing economy. Then again, the story of Alaska revolves mostly around its 3 biggest cities: Juneau, Fairbanks, and Anchorage.
I think I've heard of
Juneau
Fairbanks.
is the 3rd largest city in the state of Alaska, despite it having just under 32,000 residents and a slightly declining population.
Yo, and that's the 3rd largest city with 32,000. Yo, wait, I thought more people lived in Alaska, bro.
Juneau is mostly known for being the capital of Alaska, also located in the southeastern portion of the state, though it can't be reached even by other southeastern cities without a boat or plane.
Oh, okay.
Something that I think really outlines Alaska's staggering size and remoteness.
Right.
Being the state capital of Alaska, Juneau has a thriving economy with significant employment in government, tourism, and fishing. It's known for its natural beauty, surrounded by scenic ocean views and tall mountains.
It is beautiful.
Juneau has the lowest crime rate of Alaska's 3 big cities and a strong community, though it's also one of the most expensive cities in the state.
Look at that, bro. Honestly, I reckon people moving to Alaska are just moving for the scenes. The scenery. How beautiful is this, man? Stunning.
Most expensive cities in the state. Fairbanks is the 2nd largest Alaskan city, though its population is only slightly larger than Juneau. Fairbanks is known mostly for its long, cold winters and a close proximity to the Arctic Circle.
Wow, beautiful.
So outdoor winter activities like skiing, snowmobiling, and ice fishing are an important part of the culture there. Fairbanks is also home to the University of Alaska Fairbanks, the state's 2nd largest university, which brings in students and researchers from all around the world.
Okay.
It's also home to the controversial Trans-Alaskan Pipeline, with the university and pipeline there being an important part of the city's economic success.
What is the pipeline for there? What is that?
The city of Fairbanks is the largest point in the interior of Alaska, nicknamed the Golden Heart City for its central location and warm community. Fairbanks also has more crime than Juneau, but less than Anchorage.
Okay.
Then there's Anchorage, located in south-central Alaska. And with nearly 300,000 residents, a thriving economy, a robust marketplace, and the state's largest university, Anchorage is much bigger than any other
What is that? Is that the train system?
Place and the state's largest university, Anchorage.
Bro, what is this? Why is it see-through at the top? Bro, is that you got like a roofless train? Like a see-through roof train? Yeah, that's sick.
Is much bigger than any other Alaskan city. It's the home of the state's tallest building, and companies like the Kiewit Building Group, Far North Digital, and the Alaska Railroad are all located there.
Okay.
In fact, more than half of Alaska's population lives in the Anchorage metropolitan area.
Oh, wow.
And Anchorage serves as Alaska's de facto transportation hub, with the Port of Anchorage, the Glenn Highway, and the Ted Stevens International Airport, the largest and most trafficked airport in Alaska, all being located in the city.
Yo, honestly, I didn't realize how like I knew Alaska was secluded, but I didn't realize how secluded it was. Bro, yeah, if any of you guys are living in Alaska, or if you ever been there, just please let me know what it's like in more detail.
But it also has the state's highest rate of crime. so safety there can be very problematic,
Right,
with
sure.
crime in Anchorage varying significantly from neighborhood to neighborhood, but generally being much higher than other Alaskan cities.
Wow.
So while Anchorage offers the closest thing to big city life in all of Alaska, it also shares many of the downsides of big city living elsewhere. However,
Yeah, bro, that's where it happens. That's how it happens everywhere, though. Like, the bigger the city, the more crime there's going to be. Like, look at the UK, London, the most crime. You know what I mean? So, yeah.
places like Chicago and New York don't enjoy the impeccable northern lights, and Anchorage
Beautiful.
is still an Alaskan city, so there's plenty of unique nature and open spaces all around the city.
Wow. Yeah, honestly, from what I've seen here, you're moving to Alaska if you're really into wildlife and beautiful scenery, man. It'd be cool if you guys gave me like some advantages and disadvantages to live in there. That'd be interesting. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it as well. If you did, make sure to leave a thumbs up, subscribe for more content. I'm live every single day on twitch.tv/L3WG. If you guys want to check me out over there, I'll see you all in the next one. Peace.